Hello everyone, this is Fantasy Ask, and welcome back to Vampire Clan in ClanGen, the Warrior Cats clan generator game. When we left off in the previous episode, we were at war with the vampires, and we still are. The last episode was, I think, especially bitter because we did lose two of our cats. We lost Songkit, and we lost Master Honeybloom to the war. Now, things are continuing to be a little bit dire in this episode because the clan, they're not just fighting for survival at this point from the vampire hunters, but, being deep in Leafbear, they are trying to survive hunger. So we do have a clan full of hungry vampires, and it also strikes me that we have yet to find any queens or non-vampiric kittens out on patrols, and you guys have already had a hint as to what happens when these vampires come across those particular kinds of cats. They have a certain urge they cannot control. They will kill any non-vampiric kittens they find, and they will also kill any queens they find outside of the clan. So non-vampiric kittens and queens cannot become initiates in Initiate clan, because there is this urge they have to consume their blood. So it is all very dark. And we sympathize with these cats quite a lot, but those sympathies might start wavering as soon as they begin consuming the lives of other cats, right? So let's go ahead, guys, and continue with our clan to see what they get up to next. It is now Moon 10. It was Moon, I think, 9 when we left off. So let's go straight to the leader's den. We are still hostile with all of these other clans. So one of the vampire hunting clans, Wind Clan, they're proud. We've actually had, I think, an initiate come from Wind Clan. We also have Gosma Clan, who we are at war with. They're wary, and Day Clan is stoic. Okay, so let's go to events and see what's been happening. Vampire Clan doesn't have enough prey for the next moon, so we do need to be focusing on hunting this time around. Neither Vampire Clan nor Gosma Clan wishes to lose cats to the war. They seem to be considering peace. Pumpkintail's sprain is feeling much better, and Pumpkintail has gotten green cough. We've already... Wait, we lost a cat to, I think, a heart attack. And then obviously to the war. We've lost 2 cats to the war. We haven't lost any cats from any of the sicknesses, like the coughs. But still, this does make me quite nervous because it is Leafbear. Okay, let's check up on the medicine cat den. So Pumpkintail and Quiet Flight are the ones who are hurt and sick this time around. We have green cough on Pumpkintail, and we have the claw wound on Quiet Flight, which I think he got from the war. Let's see, Pumpkintail was given Poppy as treatment for sprain, and then her sprain improved. Quiet Flight was given wild garlic as treatment for claw wound, and Hazel Pelt gathered plantain this moon. Now let's go ahead and check up on our relationships to see what's been happening on that front. Blue Jay is having a wonderful time discussing recent clan news with Pumpkintail. I wonder if the two of them are talking about how both clans, like how the vampires and the vampire hunters are considering peace, because apparently the vampire hunters have also lost cats on their end, and this might be good for the future of any kittens that Pumpkintail has. Burnleaf likes the way Pumpkintail laughs. Oh my goodness, these for spending more time together, which is exactly what we want to see. Okay, a cloud parts of a Burnleaf and Blue Jay is shining a light on them. They interpret this as a sign that they're meant for great things soon. Interesting. We have another one of these signs with 2 adult cats. I think last time it was with Shivering Star and Hazelpelt, and now it's with Burnleaf and Blue Jay. So I wonder what that means, but we'll keep an eye on them. Burnleaf can't stop gushing over Pumpkintail. Oh, this makes me so happy. I feel like Burnleaf has become very attentive to Pumpkintail ever since she got that sprain, and now that the sprain has healed, she has a sickness, and maybe Burnleaf knows the severity of sicknesses in Leafbear. And so her being in this situation creates even more worry in him. And who knows, that concern he has, it might start it might start going beyond the formal match they have into something more. Twilight Fade chats with Hazel Pelt while grabbing something to eat. Twilight Fade, Grandmaster Shivering Star, and Quiet Flight took a sunbath and had a little small talk. Also, I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to be calling Burnleaf Master Burnleaf because he's the new master. Yeah, I should remember this. I keep forgetting. He is not the Nightstalker anymore. Twilight Fade and Blue Jay giggle over something silly. Twilight Fade never giggles. He never giggles. So what's going on here? Twilight Fade hopes Master Burnleaf likes him as much as he likes Burnleaf. In what way? In a friendly way? Or are you actually finally returning the feelings that Burnleaf had for you a few moons back, but now I feel like for both Pumpkintail and Burnleaf, they are becoming more involved in each other, and they're not so much fighting over or thinking about Twilight Fade as much as they used to. Grandmaster Shivering Star is amazed at how skilled Master Burnleaf really is. That makes me so happy that Burnleaf is having a good dynamic with the cat in power. Grandmaster Shivering Star asks Hazelpelt if there's something in his teeth. Lightsong bristles after being scolded by Hazelpelt. Oh, that's interesting, because Lightsong and Hazelpelt have been good friends for a long time. But, oh, okay. Pumpkintail defends Dusty Kit in conversations. This is also very cute. That Pumpkintail, who was the cat having a cat fight with Dusty Kit, like I think 2 moons ago, is now being defensive of Dusty Kit. Maybe some of the behaviors she found a little bit irritating in Dusty Kit beforehand is not so irritating now, because Dusty Kit is the only kitten left within Vampire Clan, because, you know, she lost his sister Song Kit. So, wow, okay, that was very interesting to see between the two of them. I can definitely see that, though, Pumpkintail almost indulging Dusty Kit and becoming protective of her. Pumpkintail is talking with Blue Jay. Quiet Flight tried to explain something to Grandmaster Shivering Star, but he just didn't understand. During a conversation with Quiet Flight, Hazelpelt says something too bluntly. Dusty Kit respects Hazelpelt's opinion despite disagreeing with it. And Dusty Kit hides somewhere with Twilight Fade, giggling together about something. Twilight Fade! This is like twice now you've been giggling with someone. What's going on with you? Are you becoming a softie? Is he becoming a softie ever since he became a Whisper? I don't know. But okay, that's what we have for the events. Let me cut the recording here and we'll continue with the cat list. Okay, let's continue with our cat list. First up, we have loyalties, where there has been a change. So, Burnleaf is no longer a loyalist to Grandmaster Shivering Star. I think a lot of this has to do with Pumpkintail getting green cough in Leaf Bear, Burnleaf being concerned for her health, and on top of that, the clan doesn't have food. So I think Burnleaf feels as though Grandmaster Shivering Star is not leading the clan in a way that he should. He's not leading the clan to abundance. He is kind of guiding them slowly but surely towards destruction. And obviously part of that is because he is so protective now of a Pumpkintail and her condition. So that's the major change that we have with loyalties. In terms of relationships, there were actually 2 things that I noticed, guys. The first is obviously going to be with Burnleaf. So Burnleaf, guys, has fallen in love with Pumpkintail. Has fallen in love with her. And this is just so sweet to me. The fact that both of them, you know, were interested in the same cat, in a different cat, Twilight Fade, but slowly but surely they've gotten closer. And Burnleaf has, I think, in his caring for Pumpkintail, unknowingly fallen in love with her. And he's only just realized it because Pumpkintail for the first time has sickness. She's had like a sprain and other things before, but this is the first time she's actually had sickness. And that's kind of made him like scared for her a little bit, right? Because he has suddenly realized that he doesn't want to lose Pumpkintail. She's become important enough that he does not want to lose her. So there is that. I got really happy seeing this between them. So yeah, Burnleaf. Pumpkintail was the first to befriend Burnleaf, like to become friends with him, but Burnleaf was the first to fall in love with her, which I love. And the second thing I noticed was with Twilight Fade. So Twilight Fade, guys, has developed a bit of a crush on Burnleaf. He's got 2 romance bars with him, and Twilight Fade is the whisper who's been recently whispering between Burnleaf and Pumpkintail. And I think when Twilight Fade, he's typically grumpy, but I think when he sees how attentive Burnleaf is to Pumpkintail, it makes Burnleaf look more appealing and almost heroic, but in a gentle way, to Twilight Fade. And I think that's probably why Twilight Fade has started admiring Burnleaf almost, and appreciating the, I think, affection Burnleaf used to have for him beforehand. Maybe he didn't realize, maybe Twilight Fade never realized before, but now that he's drawn to Burnleaf, he appreciates and admires Burnleaf. He's thinking back to the times when Burnleaf was trying to maybe get close to him and Twilight Fade never really noticed. So that's kind of an interesting dynamic. So there we go. We have, again, I think between these currently are the romance drama that we have happening. And it's kind of cool that it's been centered around these specific cats from the beginning, but it's essentially been, Pumpkintail, Twilight Fade, and Burnleaf. So it's fascinating that it's still ongoing. So okay, that was all I noticed between the cats. We want to go ahead and do our whispering session. So let's go over to Twilight Fade with that in mind, and get Burnleaf and Pumpkintail, and let's whisper. Let's have them listen to the whispers beneath the ruins. Okay, so platonic like, trust has increased, jealousy and dislike has decreased. So that's really good. Burnleaf, was already in love. And I think also maybe the deaths in the previous episode was a bit jarring for Burnleaf. And maybe he realized that something could take Pumpkintail away from him, and he doesn't want that, Because I think in the last episode, and even in this one, neither of them have really been wanting to get romantic during the whispering sessions. And obviously with Pumpkintail, it's not only the sprain she had, the sickness, the injury and the sickness, but it wasn't the mood of the clan. And the same thing's happening in this whispering session. But I think for Twilight Fade, I think at this point, seeing them become romantic would make him maybe fall for Burnleaf even more. So it is a bit of a awkward situation. If they hadn't fallen in love with each other, then it'd be different, but Twilight Fade knows that Burnleaf is in love with Pumpkintail now. So it's the more Burnleaf falls, the more Twilight Fade's interest in him grows, because the way Burnleaf behaves when he's in love is, I think, what is triggering Twilight Fade's interest. Okay, so at least Burnleaf managed to reassure Pumpkintail. So that's really good. Okay, now let's see what everyone's doing for the day. Grandmaster Shivering Star is drinking water from a nearby stream, and I think I also want to pay attention to the nutrition, because we don't have enough food. I think we were short on food actually when in the last episode. I don't think we had enough food for everyone, so I wonder who took the hit. So he's stuffed at 100, sorry. Burnleaf is wondering if kitty pet life is really so bad, so he took a hit. He's satiated at 66. So Burnleaf was responsible, and he took less food, or he didn't eat, so the others could. Hazel Pelt hopes for a message from StarClan soon. He's stuffed at 100. Twilight Fade is thinking about his life choices. He is stuffed at 100. And I wonder if those life choices is Twilight Fade thinking about the times when Burnleaf was trying to get close to him in the past and he just didn't pay attention. Maybe now a part of him is regretting that. Pumpkintail, wait, he was stuffed? Yes. Pumpkintail tries to set a good example for younger cats. She's stuffed at 100. Blue Jay can't stand this cold. She's stuffed at 100. I'm also wondering if Burnleaf volunteered to not have food so that Pumpkintail could get food for sure. Quiet Flight, so a two-leg kid playing with a dog. He's stuffed at 100. Oh, sorry, she's stuffed at 100. Light Song is giving some advice to Blue Jay. She's stuffed at 100. And Dusty Kit, never had to imagine life without her sip. Dusty Kit! Never had to imagine life without her sibling. She's stuffed at 100? Dusty Kit, why you gotta throw these things at me and make me feel so sad? I mean, we never imagined life without Songkit either. She was so unique and so special, and we were kind of excited to see her genetics as she got older. And I think Vonel was making the point that we actually lost 2 of our calico cats in one go. And now we only have, you know, the 2 color that is continuing in Dusty Kit from that particular pairing. And what other genetics do we have, just out of curiosity? I mean, Shivering Star, we already did this, you know, he has single color, but he's already been bred, so the 2 color from him is passing on, which was a mutation, I think, with Dusty Kit, but still. We have the single stripe with Burnleaf, we have the Agouti with Hazel Pelt, the Smoke from Twilight Fade, we still have a Toddy, guys, from Pumpkin Tail, but no Calico. We have a Toddy with Pumpkin Tail, we have another Agouti with Blue Jay, we have Speckled with Quiet Flight, we have a Toddy with Light Song. So we actually have 2 Toddys. We have Pumpkin Tail and Light Song, 2 Toddys left within the clan. And then the 2 color with Dusty Kit that is new. But we don't have the Calico, which Honeybloom had. Now, I'm not sure if you'd know this, Vanel, or anyone else, but do the cats, like, for example, if, you know, Honeybloom had Calico, Dusty Kit doesn't have Calico, or single stripe, or single color like her father does, but can cats, like, pass on genetics to grandchildren? So could potentially Dusty Kit's children inherit coats from the grandparents, like get a Calico or a single color? Do you guys know that? Because I would be intrigued to know that. Because if that was the case, then we would possibly preserve some of those genetics from Honeybloom to be passed on in the future. Okay, well, makes me sad, but that is the way of things. Right, now that we have wrapped up with our cat list, let's cut the recording here and continue with patrols. Right, so let's resume with patrols. We currently have 14 prey and we need 22. So I guess last time around, the only cat that took a hit was our Master Burnleaf. He's the only one that didn't eat, the others did. Okay, let's send our new Nightstalker Hazelpelt out to see what he can gather. While searching for some specific herbs, Hazelpelt is startled by weird sounds and whispers on the wind. Is this gonna be something that slakes their bloodthirst, guys? Because we know how they deal with non-vampiric kittens and queens. If any survives, they will be offered up to Grandmaster Shivering Star to be consumed. Okay, I'm kind of scared. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, the sounds die away and then start up again in strange, unpredictable intervals. Investigating, Hazelpelt suddenly finds himself nose to nose with a panting, bleeding queen, one desperately trying to keep their newborn litter quiet. Hazelpelt brings the queen back to camp, where the clan can assist. Oh my goodness. No! I feel bad for these cats. But our vampires are bloodthirsty, guys. They have a dark side to them. None of these kits are going to survive. Okay. It's time for the vampires to feed. It's time for the vampires to sate their thirst. Ugh, this is so cruel! Oh, wait, hold on. I wanna change Gossamer Dazzle? I don't know. Honey Dazzle. Maybe Honey Dazzle? Yeah, okay, we'll do Honey Dazzle, but I feel terrible. I almost don't even want to know these kittens or Honey Dazzle, because Shivering Star is going to have them. Or I suppose we don't know specifically which cat, but the clan in general, they're all going to feed. And then they're going to take their bones and bury it inside the ruins, right? To add to the power and the dark energies of Vampire Clan. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Can I type here? I can't type. Wait, can I? No? Well, it won't let me type. But yes, a higher power we can say definitely was our clan of vampires. So that's fine. But not only that, these vampires or these cats, they get sent to the Dark Forest because that's what the vampires believe. And unfortunately, that's the reality for the cats consumed by the vampires, is that they get trapped in the Dark Forest. And in essence, they are supposed to continue kind of feeding the vampires in the afterlife, right? Like eternally feeding the vampires in the afterlife. So the existence of vampires, yes, is a curse to them, but it's also a curse to the cats that are victim to them. Oh no, Honey Dazzle! Honey Dazzle! And her kittens are going to follow her. Oh, Bleak Kit. There we go. And Web Kit is going to be consumed. And so is Flurry Kit, guys. Another cat consumed. And this is the first time since the creation of Vampire Clan, or the first time since they have gotten together in the ruins, that these cats have drunk blood. They have been slaking their thirst from other things. Or I suppose, I mean, a lot of the prey they eat, they would, drink the blood of their prey as well. But the most potent, for some reason, the most potent blood for them is the blood of non-vampire kittens and queens. So this is the first time they've been able to consume that. That would be a huge boost to their power, I think. But this is we have our vampires over here, and then we have their prey. We have their prey over here. Oh my goodness, that was scary. But Burnleaf, it's also very intriguing that Grandmaster Shivering Star was actually complimenting Master Burnleaf, on his skills, and how impressed Shivering Star was by his skills during the events. And then the fact that, yes, we are struggling with food and hunger, and Burnleaf goes out and actually brings back a queen and a litter of kittens for everyone to feast from. That is dark. That is very dark. But okay, we're sending out Light Song, Blue Jay, Master Burnleaf, and Grandmaster Shivering Star to go on a hunt, and let's see what they can find. Oh, sorry, Hazelpelt. I'm sorry, Hazelpelt. Are we not acknowledging you enough? I'm sorry. I was here thinking Burnleaf got food. No, Burnleaf didn't. It was Hazelpelt. Hazelpelt, the unassuming cat, our adventurous Nightstalker, went and brought some warm blood back for the vampires. I'm sorry, Hazelpelt. I was giving your credit to someone else entirely. But Burnleaf is heading out on a hunt with the others. Let's see if they find anything. Because I think the blood they have from the kittens and queens, it feeds their spiritual power, right? But the actual hunts they go on and the prey they find feeds their mortal kind of hunger and power, right? So okay, let's see what they find. The patrol comes across a large rat. It's too busy digging around in a frozen pile of foul two-leg crow food to notice the approaching patrol. Proceed. The patrol easily catches the distracted rat. Grandmaster Shivering Star meows triumphantly. This is a great catch during a leaf bear. A medium amount of prey is brought to camp. And look at that, we have 42.8 prey. So that was very successful for the clan on both fronts, with our Nightstalker Hazelpelt who even blends into the environment right now and is invisible in that way. But yeah, from the blood he brought back, and then from the hunt the other cats went on after feasting on that blood, and the food they have to now sate all the other cats. So okay, this was definitely dark, but Vampire Clan survives another moon, guys. They survive another moon. And they are, little bits of happiness with Burnleaf, falling in love with Pumpkintail, which definitely warms my heart. But okay, guys, with that said and done, I am going to leave off here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.